best knowledge is knowing yourself and your inner being. Truth that came too late was as useful as a meal to a dead man. Slowly we became silent, and silence itself, if an enemy to friendship. Take care of your body. Remember, health is another form of wealth. If the path before you is clear, you're probably on someone else's. Never tell the truth to people who are not worthy of it. Sometimes the questions are complicated and the answers are simple. I think it was the institution. I was trying to master it. Know what you want, work to get it, then value it once you have it. It's often only in the lies we refuse to speak that any truth can be heard at all. Death is so terribly final, while life is full of possibilities. The longer we dwell on our misfortunes, the greater is their power to harm us. Let everything be allowed to do what it naturally does, so that its nature will be satisfied. Life would be unbearably dull if we had answers to all our questions. Once you stop learning, you start dying. Never stop acquiring the common sense. It is as good as the knowledge. Decide what you want to be, pay the price, and be what you want to be. The only real mistake is the one from which we learn nothing. A life fueled by passions is like riding on the back of a dragon. The truth is not always beautiful, nor beautiful words the truth. Those who win never give up. Those who give up never win. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. Correct your mistake as soon as you have found it. Heaven is like an egg, and the earth is like the yolk of the egg. Instinct is a makeshift, an admission of helplessness before the problem of reality. I do not like to repeat successes. I like to go on to other things. Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. If you listen to critics for too long, you will become deaf to success. Your vision will be blurry, but it will grow clear with time. The skillful employer of men will employ the wise man, the brave man, the covetous man, and the stupid man. In the end, it will all work out okay. The end isn't final if we're not okay with it. With regard to narrow passes, if you can occupy them first, let them be strongly garrisoned and await the advent of the enemy. Only those people create history who doesn't live in the future. Creativity is intelligence having fun. Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. If you fuel your journey on the opinions of others, you are going to run out of gas. Kendati batasantara kebepasan, dan ketidak pedulian terkadang saru. Be sure to place your feet in the right place, then stand firm. To have a human form of a joyful thing, but in the universe of possible forms, there are others just as good. He who is prudent and lies in wait for an enemy who is not, will be victorious. You endure what is unbearable, and you bear it. That is all. There is no progress or accomplishment without sacrifice. More powerful than the will to win is the courage to begin. Don't set your goals by what other people deem important. Everything changes in my life, and the world stays the same. I don't paint dreams or nightmares. I paint my own reality. You must let suffering speak if you want to hear the truth. No matter how safe and beautiful it is, a cage is still a cage. It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. Living never wore one, so much as the effort not to live. All things one has forgotten, scream for help in dreams. We are all insects, groping towards something terrible or divine. There's nothing in the world that breeds success like success. There is nothing frightening in the dark if you just face it. Rewards for good service should not be deferred a single day. Sometimes you recognize truth because it destroys you for a bit. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. Luck implies an absolute absence of any principle. There are routes not to be followed, armies not to be attacked, citadels not to be besieged, territory not to be fought over. After all, if you run far enough, no one can catch you. Fear defeats more people than any other one thing in the world. Man doesn't know what he is capable of until he is asked. There's no clarity. There was never meant to be clarity. Hearts can't be broken because they're made of marzipan. In your own life, it's important to know how spectacular you are. Success is a flower that doesn't grow in everyone's garden. A good completion takes a long time. A bad completion cannot be changed later. People who keep stiff upper lips find that it's damn hard to smile. People rarely succeed unless they have fun in what they are doing. Insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. If everyone wants to be somebody, I want to be somebody else. Forget injuries, never forget kindnesses. Don't complain about the snow on your neighbor's roof when your own doorstep is unclean. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. If you do not change direction, you may end up where you are heading. When you are ignorant of the enemy, but know yourself, your chances of winning or losing are equal. One who has few must prepare against the enemy. One who has many makes the enemy prepare against him. Your words start to lose value when your actions don't match. Music in the soul can be heard by the universe. True knowledge exists in knowing that you know nothing. A rose does not answer its enemies with words, but with beauty. The nourishment of body is food, while the nourishment of the soul is feeding others. Therefore the good fighter will be terrible in his onset and prompt in his decision. Hard work is only a prison sentence when you lack motivation. Rely not on the likelihood of the enemy's not coming, but on our own readiness to receive him. It's not what you are in life, but what you make of it. Learn from who you were, appreciate who you've become, and carefully invest into who you want to be. I care for no man on earth, and no man on earth cares for me. Apparent confusion is a product of good order, apparent cowardice of courage, apparent weakness of strength. The spirit tower has its guardian, but unless it understands who its guardian is, it cannot be guarded. People say that life is the thing, but I prefer reading. Begin by seizing something which your opponent holds dear. Then he will be amenable to your will. No one from the outside can tell or show you what is in your heart. Some things in life are too complicated to explain in any language. To shine your brightest light is to be who you truly are. I shall allow no man to belittle my soul by making me hate him. People who fit don't seek. The seekers are those that don't fit. The only way you can know where the line is if you cross it. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake. When people try to bury you, remind yourself you are a seed.